My name is Maciej Borsa. It's hard to pronounce it. You got in your agenda a different name. Mr. Leszek Litwin is co-author of the ideas I will present for you now, but Mr. Litwin is in the room and he will control the process. The title of the title is on the screen. Let's start from a basic human question. What will be the future? It's not easy to forecast the future. People often try to find someone who can do it, and they ask, what will be the future? And the answer is not easy. Same with INSPIRE, especially with the issues from Annex III. The INSPIRE Directive has promised to answer for the question, well, what will be the future land use? And it seems that the answer could not be so easy. Why it is so difficult to forecast the future? Nowadays, all policies are scattered. There are many actors, and sometimes it's a lack of coordination among them. So we cannot forecast the future very precisely. And on the other hand, the state has no planning power. The bottom-up approach is favored. In fact, we don't know really what will be the impact of let's say, fragmented investments. So, of course, we have also the process of weaknesses in public sectors. So aspirations or demands, political demands, are higher than real capabilities and the real resources for this. In fact, we are talking about private-public partnerships, but in fact it's a domination in our space. We have a domination of private investments, which are hardly to be coordinated. So the times are rather uncertain, the future is uncertain, and this is the reason why planning is weak as well. It's a crisis of spatial visions, because we cannot achieve these visions which planners like to prepare. The question is, maybe my opinions are not applied to each country, but we are basing in our paper on the cases on example of Poland. Maybe this is not an European experience, but some of these characteristics can be more universal than for one country. We made in our institute a research for the Ministry of Infrastructure, which is dealing with spatial planning in Poland. The title of this paper is written here, but in fact it was a program of implementing INSPIRE in spatial planning, let's say, domain. And it has to be mentioned that in Poland, the land use or spatial planning it's not good, let's say, but it is quite new. It was reprofiled after the political changes, so it is not the tradition has been lost. The tradition, and we adapted to the quite new situation. So maybe it's a case which can show the forecast of situation in other countries too. This is a situation very up to date, but what does not mean that this situation is good. The question is, what will be the role of information in planning? And traditionally, the information was the basis for decision making of a limited group of planners, town planners, but not only town planners. Today, it's a framework for the huge system where we have the monitoring as a basis for decisions. Let's say that the planning now is more continuous, so we have to monitor changes and then adapt the decisions. But in the future, the information can play another role. Information flow can be a way for social engagement of citizens into the development process. So, and citizens and businesses. Come back why these changes happen? Maybe it's a very important question. First of all, there is the quantity and quality of information. We have a big quantity of information and the surplus of information, but and easy access. But on the other hand, it's hard to select the proper information. So the information is fragmented. And the second reason is that we have, let's say, crisis of traditional planning instruments. Traditional planning was replaced by online management. Planning is a part of it. And this pre-assumed integrative functions of planning are being hardly to be implemented. And in Poland, especially, inertia of planning procedures sometimes bring into question its sense. When planning process lasts 5 years, it's too long time for some municipalities to make use of such planning. So, have a look more detailedly on the case of Poland. We have no special visions in Polish planning now. We have such visions, but they are not the guidelines for decisions. They are not a legal basis. Special plans in Poland are not compulsory for municipalities. They are not obliged to do plans at all. And they can cover only selected area or even not do plans at all. So plans are being made mostly to counteract the changes than to provoke changes. So we cannot say that plans are being done to know what will be the future. If plans are made, they are mostly made in situations that we don't want to change the status quo. Locational decisions can be undertaken ad hoc, not on the basis of plans, but on general rules and individual analysis. So it's hard to put such information before it will be produced, because we have no plans, and ad hoc the municipality make analysis. So before it will be made, it cannot be put in the network. And so there is the question whether it is still planning. So is there any planning yet in Poland? On the other hand, we have this limited plans, but there is no unified methodology for them. So it's also the very problematic issue for INSPIRE. What will be the future land use? It's hard to be answered. But matters are going on, and something in this topic of spatial data infrastructure was already something that was already done. what was done. The changes have started 10 years ago, so time for option 0 has passed. And geoinformation is very advanced in municipalities on local level. And huge resources, really huge financial resources have been already involved in this. And of course, expectation of these efforts are higher than the INSPIRE lowest requirements of INSPIRE Directive. People expect more. And of course, on the level of the ministry, of national level, there's a necessity of coordination of these efforts, but sometimes it's too late for this. Of course, there is a need for rationalization and durability of solutions to establish minimal standards, to enable the extensions of the standards and make some local adaptation. In our report made for the ministry, we try to give some recommendations, so maybe we will achieve our goals to know better what will be the future, land use. Very important thing is the way we will achieve this, not the goal, but the way, the TAO towards future. When we try to systematize planning, we uncover the weaknesses of this system. So maybe the INSPIRE can form a platform for the rationalization of this system in practical dimension, because in fact INSPIRE issues are very practical. So what we have to do is, in our recommendation for the ministry, was a minimization of requirements for municipalities, establishment of reasonable standards and limited duties for them. How? Of course, with possibilities of local extensions and some, let's say, customized solution. How it may work in future. So this is the future. I do not mention the cloud because it's clearly visible. But first of all, we have the group of data and spatial infrastructure as a background. Data are coming in and coming out. Of course, planning is user and producer of data. And the accessibility to data is crucial, but very important are also the services which will be available, services which enables to understand the status quo of the space, the services which can build a knowledge or form an attitude of citizens to the special issues. Of course, there is I'm not sure, you have this direct arrow here, there is a possibility to use information or data directly. And basing on this knowledge or directly on data, there will be two parallelly running processes. One process is decisions of authorities, which can be also supported by some services. And another very important thing, which was already mentioned by the previous speaker, it's behaviors, the services which can form social behaviors in space, not only citizens but also businesses. Maybe it will be more important than restrictions made by plans. So INSPIRE can inspire spatial planning and it may support the constructive approach to the changes. What will be this constructive approach in our opinion? It's a basic conclusion of our paper. First of all, we have to keep in mind that INSPIRE is a chance for the spatial planning reforms. The spatial planning needs reforms in our country, but I think in many countries as well. many other countries, as I know. INSPIRE can improve the efficiency of planning procedures and of course, develop its methodology. The methodology in Poland is not adequate to challenges. The process is too slow, for example. So that's why people don't like planning. They prefer to make tricks and to avoid planning. Second thing is that INSPIRE will develop the art of cooperation, let's say. It may support developing this art of cooperation, and on this basis, such participative territorial governments with enlarged participation of people, of society. And of course, INSPIRE will help to gain allies for let's say, sustainable development, generally speaking. So the impact of INSPIRE is greater than one can expect. But the question is isn't it too much revolutionary? I think that if we know the complexity of challenges, it will be easier to act. We should be prepared, or we should expect that we have the new type of reference data. It changes dramatically planning in Poland in the last 2 years, that we have access, not online access to referential data, not to printing maps before. So we are starting to use new technology. 4 years ago, only 7% of plans in Poland were produced using GIS. Only 7%. Now it's improving. So it's a really challenge. Of course, we have to expect that there will be split between two phases of the planning process: analytic phase and decision phase. So monitoring will be a separate part, which is monitoring is very let's say fitted to SDI, and decision is something a little bit maybe different. There will be the diversification of data suppliers, and access to data will be better, faster, and cheaper, probably. We need some standardization of basic planning documents or outputs, because not all products of planning are plans. We will have this planning outputs in digital form. It's very important from a legal point of view. We cannot digitize half minute. Well, we will have a deeper socialization of planning and development, wider participation of the society in planning procedures and in planning itself, in decision making about space. Of course, we need some rationalization, simplification of methods, procedures, and of course, more simply vocabulary to be accessible, that people have to understand what we are talking about. It's not often happens now. Of course, new legal procedures and documents, and new services and new technical solutions. So the question was what will be the future? Let's ask the witch, so she may answer. But this challenge is a chance for spatial planning. Thank you, witch. Thank you, audience.